Hello and welcome. My name is Bubba Fabes and welcome to part 2 of the episode 16 of In the Mind of a Player. In part 1, if you missed it, you can click on the little note tab at the very top right of the screen, or you can find it in the description below. Now, in the first part of this episode, I was doing pretty well for myself. I got a bunch of kills, I got an ace and a 4K, things were going well. Now, but because of that, it inflated my ego a little too much and gave myself the overconfidence that resulted in many more mistakes, which we will be going over in the second part of this episode. So, enjoy. So here we are trying to defend the top floor. This can be a difficult one to defend, especially with operators like Blackbeard and Glass, which I assume they'll be picking again since they picked it in the first round. The difficulty with holding the top floor is it's really easy for them to just shoot in from a distance and get off picks. So to counter that, again, I'm going to try to hold the same strategy of controlling these eastern stairs right here. That'll stop. Hopefully, if they push up a little bit on the balcony, it'll allow me to run out and throw a C4 up there. I can stop the push from the eastern top floor of those stairs. Second cam is going to go out here onto this lamppost to hopefully give us a bit of a view out on the south side. We're going to really try to being able to run out and try to grab as many peeks as we can from outside when they're not paying attention. So making my way back over to these eastern stairs. Now, that window's already broken open. Got this cam out here, so luckily I can see this push, get a pre-fire going. Easy headshot. Already a 4v2. Not sure where these other kills came from, but holding back on the cams, and I can see one's on the roof. Again, that Blackbeard. So we have to be careful with running out. We have a huge advantage, so there's no need to over push. So we're just gonna hold tight and wait. Just coasting from cam to cam till we can find, and there we go, we have that other player making the mistake of rappelling. Have an easy cam spot for an easy kill. Now we play again the waiting game, just waiting for this Blackbeard to push up and to reveal himself. Now, knowing that he's out there with that little overconfidence, this is where the mistakes start to happen. I'm not quite as dumb yet. I know he has that angle, especially with the shield covering his face. That wall was covering his body, but now he's pushing past, and this is what I was talking about in the first round. This jump out right here, I do get some shots on him, but again, I'm going toe to toe with the Blackbeard. Heavy assault rifle. His damage is much higher than mine. The gun that I have has such a low damage, it takes way too much, and they'll all have to be body shots. So that means probably about 5 or 6 bullets that I'll have to hit on him before he only gets possibly 3 on me. So that is how that resulted. Yes, he was low on health, and even if I did win, that does not mean it was a smart move. It just means that I got lucky. So that was my first mistake to the first round in this part 2. So we ended that last round. The last 2 players played it smart. They just waited for the Blackbeard to show up. We had the cams. We were able to see where he was going and get an easy pick on him, winning the round. So back on attack. And here I am playing again as my favorite Thermite. Making a push up, being careful about those windows. They like to get the peeks from outside. And gonna drone upstairs because we want to clear out this top floor, making it one less floor to worry about, as well as helping us to take control of those east stairs, denying them that outside push from that top. So drone him out a little bit. Now also trying to watch where the rest of my team's going, trying to make a push and make a push with them. But as you can see on the map, everyone's pretty spread out. Everyone's kind of going on their own little side mission, and that's kind of one of the doom of us as we push on into this round. Making my way up, also assuming that a lot of them are roaming, so possibly making a push inside and forcing the roamers to retake the site. So I'm gonna kind of peek this window a little bit, see how this goes, see if anyone comes out for another peek on us. We get a couple picks inside from that player beside me to my right. I'm carefully watching that pillbox room into the TV on the side. And we're going to try to take over top floor now. So again, like I said, especially being a small map, always drone out before you hop in. Now looking for that player. He already gets picked off by my teammate. So we have control of this top floor. And hopefully now we're able to make a push down into basement. So he's going to hopefully sit there on the stairs. And I'm going to try to open up another angle so that they don't have such an easy pick on him for the stairs. Sent down a claymore so I can hopefully toss down a drone. Again, always droning. Trying to get as much information as possible. Now one of our players goes down inside the basement, which is going to bring it on a 2v2. Now, having no drones, I'm kind of blind on information, not sure where these other players are. Trying to evaluate the different positions on where I should possibly enter, coming down to 30 seconds into the round, really starting to run out of time. So avoiding this refiguration of entering point, I already have this door open, so I might as well continue my push on into there, as well as the player's going to be pushing from the stairs, so we're going to try to push together cohesively as much as possible.
10 seconds left.
Clearing out room by room. So before I play what happens next, I'm going to play in regular speed and see how many times I actually missed seeing an operator, and then I'm going to slow it right down and show you exactly what happened, all the things that I missed at very slow speed and what could have been avoided and how things could have changed very, very quickly. So,
5 seconds. Hostile activity. Neutralize the threat. Cease securing the room. We failed.
So that was it on regular speed, just over 6 minutes. A lot happened, but I think more happened than you guys may have realized or caught onto. So let's really slow and break it down. So, coming around this corner, making my first peek into the room, seeing if there's anyone there. Seeing my player go down, assuming the Cav is in that room. I know it's Cav because I heard her. But what you may not have caught was for 2 split frames, she comes into the corner of my view right here coming from the stairs as I round this corner. During the regular gameplay, it happens so quick it's not even noticed. Now here is where I see Valk. When I originally entered this room, I actually didn't even see her. I was so scared and so concerned of getting onto the site and behind this wall of protection that I didn't see her behind that bed. Now as I came around back here, I know I did see Cav in the gameplay. Wasn't sure if she knew exactly where I was, but I was worried of getting flanked by the Valkyrie where I didn't know where she was. So I came around this side, and again you can obviously see her in the bottom right corner laying down, but I didn't see her. Coming back around expecting that Cav, she was a little bit faster than I expected. I resorted to hip fire, afraid that my ADS I would not be able to aim quick enough or accurately enough at such a close range with such a high zoom. So a panicked hip fire resulted in my death. Now this round could have went so much differently if I calmed down a little bit. 5 seconds seems very short, but also if I slowed it down for just 1 second more, played it just a tad slower, paid a little bit more attention, I could have turned this game around. So again, we're here on overtime, protecting back to the basement. The setup's going to be exactly the same. So in saying this, I know this team isn't good plats or diamonds, because a good diamond plat team would realize, listen, this guy is really destroying us from these stairs. He's stopping our attack. He's being a real annoyance. They would shift their attack to take care of that player first. Coming through the 3rd floor, well, obviously they know that there's a camera out here because I keep getting these really good peeks on them. So if you're going to even push from the top floor, go to the southwest side of the building, push in from the top floor there, even push in from this 2nd floor in a different area to push me out. So now going back to the gameplay, they were smart enough to drone me out. They know I'm there, yet they still don't try to push in from behind. They're going to try to take me head on. So that's where the first mistake is. So I can see them thinking that they were pushing into pit. Made that peek there. They didn't push in far enough. I couldn't see them. So seeing Hibana run up these stairs, expecting her to come into this room, gonna sit here waiting, but I get spotted, which means she knows I'm in that corner, so I'm going to pre-fire my retreat, because if I get spotted like that, all she has to do is come in and pre-fire me. The person that pre-fires and gets that peeker's advantage is gonna win that firefight. seeing that she's still in that door, pushing in. Now I'm going to use that exact same tactic. I'm going to pre-fire and I'm going to make that push, and that's how I'm going to win that engagement. Now coming back, double checking that pit, seeing if it's clear. Hopping on my camera. Now you can see at the very south of the stairs that there's someone running around. They're eventually going to approach from that far south area. Gonna sit here and reload. And that's where that pushing in from, so I'm gonna try to get that advantage coming around here again. So I get a lot of bullets into him, but I need 3 or 4, and this is again where the overconfidence comes and bites me in the butt, where I die. Jackal only has that 1 HP left, but to come back in for that pistol kill, the Deagle's a very hard gun to control. I should have just played it smart and played it safe. I could have survived and probably even came back, went on the cams, and then re-pop out to get that kill on him. So again, don't get overconfident. It'll get you killed, and I'm making stupid mistakes because of it. So back here on attack for our final round. Now in this attack, again, we're approaching very slowly, assuming that they're probably going to have the exact same setup and a defensive strat as usual. Always watching these windows because that's what they're really good at pushing at. So as I come around here, I'm going to kind of peek and see if that window above me is closed. The last thing I want to do is catch a C4 in the butt. So I go ahead and try to get these charges off as soon as possible so we can make her push. Throw this one off. Not going to see, got rogue agent. I'm not sure if they came out that main door. They jumped out that window, but they did assume that we were over there, and they did make that aggressive peek, which is what I wanted to avoid. So again, no one's down here in army, so I'm going to make my way in. But when I was talking about changing strategy, they do a good job. They know that we're going to try to push away into here, and this is where that kill happens. If you missed it, they knew that we were going to push them here, and they're smart enough. They said, hey, let's open up this top. When they enter into armory right here, we'll just throw C4 over and kill them. And they could have went one step further by even putting a mirror glass right there to know exactly when we're in position, making that C4 throw that much easier and that much more deadly. So that was good job on them. That's adapting to previous rounds and previous knowledge of attacks and attack styles. So that is what you need to do. Adapt and evolve your gameplay to win those rounds. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more. I've got a lot of great content coming out. I will be releasing the full unedited version of this entire ranked match for your guys' enjoyment, so you can see all the clips, you can hear all the banter and all the communication that happened, and just see where this whole thing came from. So until next time, my friends, have a great day.